I bought my laser cutter a few months ago and I absolutely love it. It allows me to make so many things I could never have made otherwise. But it's not perfect. It's an xTool D1 diode laser which doesn't come with an enclosure or anything, so I had to build one. But the worst thing about my laser is that it keeps leaving these awful burr marks. The solution for this charring problem is to add an air assist. So I looked to buy one, and after seeing that an air assist cost $139 on discount, I decided to look for cheaper DIY solutions. I couldn't find anything I liked, so I set out to design my own. I made mine for under $45, and it turned out to be extremely effective and quiet. The first step in my design was to generate a 3D model of the laser module. I held a ruler next to the laser module and took a few pictures from different angles. By having a ruler inside the image, I could calibrate distances in the picture, which are measured in pixels, into physical distance units. To do this, I used a free software called Image. I used this method to model the laser module, and as you will see later, everything fit perfectly on the first try. Once I had the 3D model of the laser module, I could design the air assist itself. The idea here was to have something aim exactly at the focal point of the laser so that it blows away any residues as soon as they form. The focal point of the laser is located 26mm below the center of the lens, so I marked the place in my model with a point and started drawing a path aiming at it. This path would later become the air tube. Creating a 3D model of the laser module was really convenient because I could make sure that my air assist design wouldn't clash with anything, which is pretty tricky in this case. This is what the final design looks like. It has a ring that holds the lens and a tube that has one side pointing towards the focal point and another going below and around the light shield. Making the air assist is super easy. It's a single piece that you can print out in a resin printer. If you don't have one, don't worry. I added a link to a website that will help you find someone to print for you. I checked and you can get it printed for as little as $6. To install the air assist, remove the laser module from its rail and unscrew the two bolts holding the light shield in place. Try not to unscrew the bolts all the way out. They're pretty small and it's easy to lose them. Trust me. Remove the light shield and install the air assist on the laser lens. It should be a snug fit and hold it pretty well. One of my goals for the air assist design was that it wouldn't require any modifications, so you don't have to drill anything to assemble it. Put the light shield on and screw the two bolts back into place. Assemble the laser module onto its rail and connect the air tube going from the air pump to the air assist. I also printed a small holder to keep the air tube in place. This way, the plastic tube doesn't twist the air assist when the laser is moving around. Add some zip ties to loosely hold the air tube in place. Make sure the laser module is free to move around and that the tube doesn't have any twists in it. We are all done and this is what the final setup looks like. The air assist is now connected by this plastic tube that goes under my table and then it's connected to this tiny pump here. So this is my air assist setup and let me show you how quiet it is. First of all, this is what the air assist sounds like. And this is what I sound like when I talk next to it. Just for reference, let me turn on the laser itself so you can hear its fan. The machine itself is much louder than the air assist and that makes the air assist basically silent. Finally, we can test the air assist to see how effective it is. I cut two hexagons with exactly the same settings. I let the laser cut the first one without the air assist and the second one with the air assist on. As you can see, the results are immediately visible. The hexagon on the left has a ton of charring all over, and it even leaves marks on your hands when you touch it. If you don't have an air assist, you'll have to work really hard to clean it, and even then, you can only get so far. On the other hand, the hexagon on the right has very clean cuts and zero charring. I mean, look at these cuts. I just love how clean they are. Just to be sure, I cut some other shapes as well, and the results were basically identical. Cuts made without the air assist had a ton of charring, while cuts with the air assist on were completely clean. I'm very happy with the results I got here. The air assist works great and it's very quiet, which was important for me since my workshop is literally next to our bedroom. By creating a design that aims the jet of air exactly at the right place, I could use a small air pump and still get perfect results. I hope this was helpful for you, and please let me know if you have any questions or comments. I'll be happy to reply. Thanks for watching.